Alright folks, it's November something. I'll figure that out later. A lot has happened since the last time since I got back. I was called by God to be here. I know that. Ain't nobody ever going to change my mind on that, but apparently it's not going to be me that gets to do what I really wanted to do, which was take care of Glenda and Christian for the rest of my life. It's what I swore. It's why I did everything I did in Georgia and came down here and moved in. But Christian's mom, Glenda, passed on October 30th. And her family had no idea who I was, why I was here, and what was going on, her wishes, or anything. She didn't tell anybody she had cancer. She didn't tell me she had cancer until October 13th, which is the last day I saw her alive. And yeah. So, just want to go over some stuff I've done. It's been a while since, we've looked at the place, and this is going to be one of the last times we're going to look at it before I go. So, here we go. The sidewalks, number 9 Magnolia, the truck. Alright, here we go. Coming down from Georgia, I brought a bunch of plants I propagated, and everybody's been happy out here so far. The aloe, the geranium, the fern, these succulents. We're so happy. Hummingbirds were hitting them in Georgia. I was hoping that had happened down here. Anyways, this is the window air conditioning unit, Medea. Still running like a champ, but has a little damage. The young man next door, Jacob, has told me that he would fix it. Him and his father, and I believe him. I'm gonna leave that one here. Coming around to ye old truck and back. I had to bring this smoker down, this Traeger. This thing is a godsend. I love it. It's the only thing I can really cook on right now. And you'll see that when we go back inside. I think the last time anybody saw the trailer, I had not pressure washed the wood and stained it, but I put 3 coats of the flood cedar stain on this thing. It's god-awful gorgeous, and it'll last. Love that stuff. It's my old door. Old doors make absolutely incredible tables with a couple of sawhorses. Underneath here, my washer and dryer. Some old broken chairs that were inside. Here, we're looking at plumbing, and as you'll see inside, I was about to start taking the kitchen apart. That drain right there is completely clogged up, and it is old cast iron, y'all. Old stuff, along with this old asbestos siding and lead paint. Anyways, got a temporary fence up here for Kai, who we'll see when we go inside, and is the back here. The only thing I've done back here since I've been back is completely seeing that rail down, and then paint it. Got 3 or 4 coats of Rust-Oleum on there. And this little thing I built for the kitchen sink is Glenda's, one of her most adamant thing was, Bubba, I want that kitchen sink. I remember Granny being in the kitchen. I want the kitchen sink, love the kitchen sink, keep the kitchen sink. So I have everything to take the sink apart and put it back together, and I guess I'm going to leave that too. Moving on, see ya neighbor back there. I met him once. It was nice. I believe he may be the one that's cutting the grass. I know somebody was doing it for Glenda. All right. 9 Magnolia Avenue, Charleston, 29403. Let's see where we're at here. All right. This I found, this trophy from Happy Days when I was at camp with Christian. That was '07. This is a thing I grabbed from an old roommate down here, and I've always loved it, and I've always left it at the front door. But that's the Derby car champion. And as I was going through everything and cleaning, I found all those Derby cars, which were awesome. And another trophy, so I set it there. This is Glenda, my friend. She passed away on October 30th, and we do miss her. It's another trophy. I got one of those too somewhere. Anyways, I can't remember where we're at, so I'll just go through it. I brought down, there's a Christmas cactus. It looked like it was time to come inside since it got cold. Still have these pictures. Glenda was like, "Thank you for saving this. I love that." Like, of course I'm not going to get rid of that. Anyways, this is how I've been living. I slid this thing over here, and, it's got pots and pans and silverware and all the beautiful things that should be in a kitchen. But when we go back to the kitchen, that ain't there. Here's the old computer. All my Christmas stuff. Brought a trumpet down. I was gonna, Christian's blind, deaf, and slow. And every time I've seen him since I've been down here, other than, in church at Glenda's funeral, he's been in a chair the entire time. When I was down here in April, Glenda, walked him over here, walked him out. She used to take him on walks in a wheelchair. I don't even know if that's being done anymore, honestly. But hopefully it is. Anyways, this is how I've been living with this one little refrigerator. Got to have a coffee pot. I found that, leaving that. Got to have a hot water kettle for tea. That's about all the room I have in there. This stuff is why I'm not dead. One big shot of that every day. All right, I moved more tools in. Tile saw, pressure washer, more buckets, various and sundry stuff. Got a big pile of stuff back there. Grabbed my string trimmer. You'll see the blower back there. This was going to be a temporary sink from a restaurant until we put the kitchen way back together. But this was all going to be temporary to get them in here for Christmas, which is not going to happen either now, but to get them in here. And yeah, some odd and end stuff I found as I was coming through the house. I've saved, after I cleaned out this other back bedroom, I've saved everything but, glasses. I don't know if you remember me cleaning that cabinet, saved a whole bunch of family stuff. Anyways, so let's go ahead and look back here. This, I had a zip wall up. I guess I'm going to leave that here because somebody's going to have to use it at some point. But I had a zip wall up to block this off because, as y'all can probably remember, I'm going to have to take down every single thing in this kitchen On the ceiling, these cabinets were all going to go. Got everything cleaned out of them. Start top to bottom, but the very first thing I was going to do is slowly, after I put a zip wall up and put negative pressure in the room with that fan, and wear a proper respirator mask to breathe in, and suit, pull up all these tiles after you spray them down with a little bit of Dawn, a little bit of water. It's not rocket science to properly manage removing asbestos or anything, but just take care of yourself, your lungs. Anyways, this is the sink that Glenda was so adamant about me saving, and I still hope that happens. But yeah, I was waiting on hands to come over here. I had already made up the 2 new stops. There's not stops for the water, and yeah, made up 2 new stops, and had caps, connections, everything for that sink. Back in here, you know, these are all the donations and stuff I brought down. Lighting and such. Is that other the air conditioner? I left that one, still left that one on 72 on auto, and it's keeping everything dehumidified, which I absolutely love. I can feel the air coming right now. It's beautiful. Y'all remember Tchotchke Heaven? This old thing, I think I only got that one box in here, maybe a couple of it. Yeah, that food processor I brought down, but yeah, all the rest of that's family stuff. This backyard, this, you know, whole thing I had envisioned, you know, and talked to Glenda about it, and she was on board too. We're gonna take this apart on the interior, put it back together, take this door off, and move that door over here. This was going to come out onto a deck, and that's the back bedroom, as you can see, by the way, too. The roof is just completely shot now, and we'll move some stuff and go in there and look at it, but it's just, I mean, it was bad, and it's in desperate need of love. Anyways, got one of these temporaries to hold up stuff. Guess I'm not going to get to use that anymore. But yeah, this was going to be the laundry room. Washer, dryer, completely gutted and put back together tastefully, saving as much wood as you possibly can and respecting the heck out of the history of this home, because it's all about restoration. There ain't nothing wrong with restoring stuff, folks. Alright, let's get back through here. There's the ceilings in here too. Not as bad, still shot. I don't know if you remember too, but none of the electric on this side of the house works. Except for these outlets, thank God. So if I do come in here at night, I don't have to worry too much. Alright, got a little screen for Kai because I don't like her walking in there. We walked through there on the way out to pee and poop. Anyways, back to the closet. In the hallway, I found these glasses back there. Another container I found, and I filled up with tchotchke stuff, family stuff, pictures and such. But these are the glass tiles I used. This was going to be an accent in the shower. These are glass tiles I was going to use. I did in the last shower at the house before I moved out of Georgia. Still know it's in those bags. That was Glenda's. All those Dylan bags. And you can never have enough. Honestly, any carpenter, trim carpenter, cabinet maker will tell you. This is the bed frame that when I did that wine dinner in 2008, I got this donated with the mattresses. You'll see that in the walkthrough video from back then. You'll also see me 100 pounds ago. This is the current condition of the bathroom. Still completely shot. I just grabbed this a little bit and this bar fell down, but this whole thing is falling apart. So, yeah, that is what it is. But I did clean out the medicine cabinet. Anyways, moving on. This guy, let's move respirators. These are the type of respirators you should be wearing when you're doing mold, asbestos, lead, any kind of remediation work like that, working with anything old. Don't let that junk go in your lungs. It is bad for you. This is a hung a medicine cabinet for a lady in Georgia, and the first one they sent her was broken. So they sent her out another one, and the company was like, just keep it. There's one little crack in the bottom of it. And I was wondering where or if I could use this anywhere, but I guess I'm going to take this back up to Georgia and stick it in the garage. I still have no idea what the plans are here, since the family is not talking to me and for some reason hates me, even though I'm here to help them. They just can't get it out of their mind that I shouldn't be here to help. I've been told repeatedly by the family that it's not my job to care, it's everybody else's job to care. I do not accept that. I will never accept that. It's nuts. So y'all remember this room the last time we looked in it. Same thing, shed a little light. A little light, a little love, a little truth on this room. And y'all, this was nuts. You walk in here, still have no idea. Oh, wow. I wonder if that, whatever. All right, first looks in here. I'm not really going to touch any of this or clean it out, but that looks cool. Maybe there's some more clothes back there. Maybe some shoes too. Hopefully there's goody family stuff in there, and that'd be awesome. Ooh, is that hand sanitizer? No, that's not. All right. We'll leave that for whoever else moves in. So the floors. You remember this? So we had computer, dresser, chest of drawers, mirror, roof leak, water damage, shot. We had that bed and frame and brand new mattress set I put in here in 2008, shot. Just full of mold and nasty, funky stuff. I was definitely wearing the respirators when I was in this room, the entire time I was in this room. And I'm not going to walk too far here, but we are going to show you what is going on back here. That is tons of water damage from the roof over years. And there's termites down there. That's where we found the Formosan termites. That's what it looks like when you sit a cardboard box on the floor there, and all back through there and there. You know, I'm sure if I peeled that up, this would look exactly the same, but that's what it looks like when you sit a cardboard box on a floor and the termites just go do their thing. All these floors are, there's termites in all of them. So all of this was going to have to be replaced, hopefully, but this entire room, honestly, is probably going to have to be completely replaced. This really, even though this looks as bad as it is, not that big of a deal. You know, a 3-man crew over, and I had intended to come down here and take the light down, take the ceilings out, take the drywall off and all this, expose as much as I could before the crew got here, expose all the framing, take the flooring up where all the flooring would come up at that point. But expose as much as I could, so when the guys got in here, I had envisioned what we talked about is this all goes away, and if you remember, what this used to do was there was a window here, and I had envisioned let's put a closet somewhere else, and even if it's just a wardrobe on a wall somewhere, and I was going to put that king size bed in here too, but I wanted a sliding glass door that was going to go out on that deck, so you would be able to walk out onto the deck. And then you would be able to come out of what would have been the laundry room onto that deck. And then on that deck in that little tiny backyard back there, I had an idea because Christian loved the water. Christian loved the water when we went to camp. We went out in an inner tube and I held a little umbrella for him and I just like hang out on an inner tube and talk to him. We're just hanging out in the water in the lake and the whole time he loved it. And it's tactile, Even back in camp, we could talk when it was quiet at night, and we had conversations and stuff like that, and that was the best time when the hearing aid he had, it worked back then too, but that's when we could talk. Every other time, it was just difficult for everything to soak in. The quiet and peace is like the easiest way, to have a good conversation with him. And his mama, whatever hearing aid he has, the last time I talked to her, she said, she just stopped putting it in because Christian said it was too loud, which is nuts too, because at Glenda's funeral, man, dude, I don't know if y'all ever been to a black church, but it is loud, and awesome. It really is. Anyways, there was going to be that sliding door there, and this was going to be Glenda and Christian's room with that big old bed. So let's go back in here. You may or may not remember too, this was the old central heat. There is a one company that I know of that does DIY inverters too, so you can heat and cool the home. And I had planned on getting one of those in here. And if you'll remember, just thinking about plans and stuff, and again, I talked to Glenda about all this stuff too. I was like, Glenda, we got to move this hot water heater because it ain't right. And I was going to put a tankless one outside after we repaired the framing and stuff. Stick that on the back of the house back there too, out of the way, and then it would be close to the bathroom too, so you get hot water real quick. And you could put a recirc on that too, so you'd have hot water pretty much instantly everywhere, which is always nice. Anyways, moving back in, we get to Kai. Say hey. Glenda never got to meet Kai. You all right, baby? You okay? Glenda never got to meet Kai. That was a bone of contention between us. Because she's like, Bubba, come down, Bubba, come down, Bubba, come down. But you can't bring the dog. I'm scared of dogs. So I was like, Glenda, me and this dog are bonded. Don't do anything without her anymore. Sorry. And it sucked to be down here, away from her for a month while I was down here doing everything. She's been with me since I got back and saved me multiple times. If you don't know dogs save you, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyways, back in here, even though the family hates me and Brett now, and I really don't care, if they're going to move into this house, which is what somebody said, Gordon said the first time I talked to him, Christian's father. I'd never seen him or met him. I never saw him at the hospital when Christian was sick. Never saw him around camp. Glenda, I don't know what the deal is with their relationship, but, they didn't live together. I don't know what the hell's going on with that marriage. Honestly, it wasn't my business. Don't really care. But I guess because her last name is still Ladson and she never got a divorce, this house is going to go to him because that's the law. And you'll see this in another video too. But he came over here the first time. First time I met him was yesterday, and he threatened me. Like, I'm gonna get you out of this house. I know who you are. I know blah 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 blah. I'm gonna come for your money. Like, whatever, dude. Moving on. We get back to that window air conditioning unit. I'm gonna leave that. I may take one of those. I may take the one in the rear for a project in Georgia. But I might just leave both of them too. At this point, I don't really care. Anyways, I put some tchotchkes in the window. This air filter, on a side note, gotta have one, especially if you're living in a house that had as much mold and mildew and everything like that. Gotta have a good HEPA filter. Gotta take care of your lungs. This, man, this was my second mama growing up. This Joyce Kinder. This Joel was her son. Joel passed. Not 2 or 3 years after Joyce did. I got a million stories about this woman, and I would love to tell you every single one of them. Anyways, I moved down, a couple more prints and stuff like that. I just built that computer before I came down here, and I went ahead and grabbed this old TV. It's a 3D TV, and I still haven't found the 3D glasses to test it with this computer, but I was wondering if I could watch 3D movies off of that computer on that TV, and just because I have an Asus 3060 Ti card in there, maybe it would make everything look so much prettier on that TV, upscaling and stuff like that. But heck, I don't know what's going to go on with that. Maybe I'll do that in Georgia when I get back there. Anyways, I love this wardrobe. That's not mine. This is obviously my dresser. This is the first piece of furniture I ever refinished. And moving, it got a boo-boo, which broke my heart. Anyways, back in here, blower. Back to this. This is where the old telephone was too. Got rid of that whole thing. I was gonna leave this niche in here too, but I found a Funk and Wagnalls Volume 1, and I remember going to Kroger with Mom. You spend X amount of dollars way back in the day, and you get one encyclopedia per week, I think it was. So we went up there and did that and got the whole set. I honestly wish I still had that set. It was just fun to thumb through. But yeah, unfortunately I don't. This is my grandfather's flag was flying out of the house the day he died in Texas. And I guess that's it so far. There's going to be a lot more to see, and the goings on. I'll show you as anything happens, but this is the way I have been living, was willing to live like this just to help Christian. And because Glenda never told me she had cancer, if she had told me she had cancer, I would have never left. And they would be home right now. And she would have got to use a washer and dryer instead of having to go to a damn laundromat. And she would have got to sleep, her and her son, Christian, would have got to sleep in this $10,000 sleep number bed with adjustable frames, split king, sorry. Absolutely perfect. Got the remotes over there on the window. I'm gonna leave all that for them. The bed's fine, but I don't really need that. And I always wanted Christian and Glenda to sleep on this. And I'm just sleeping on it now because I don't have room for anything else, honestly, until this entire room got done. After I was done with the kitchen, I was gonna, start tackling this and have the framers out here. And that, you know, it's probably $2,000 or $3,000 worth of labor, and probably $3,000 or $4,000 worth of material without the roof. And then, you know, new floors and drywall and all that other stuff. But, yeah, I mean, that would have been a perfect workshop to stage all my tools to get back and go room to room, but start back at this bathroom, because what I talked to Glenda about, again, just for Christian, because, you know, this is all about space, is this closet backs up into the bathroom, and then the closet in the other bedroom backs up into this bathroom. And while I love this is really cool. I took everything out of here and cleaned it. And then everything I found, I stacked back in here, except this one row, this one. But that's just a lot of room. And what I had told her, I was like, can we do it like this? You know, make sure this is good enough for his wheelchair to get through, which in a perfect world, this is going to be 36 inch and a different door. But a nice wide handicap door that would swing in, a little partition wall, and then tuck the commode back here. Actually probably have to get rid of the wall too, because you got to think about your clearances, especially with Christian handicap stuff. We would have worked all that out. But I was going to have a commode over here, sink over here, and then a curbless floor into a gorgeous shower, and then redo that window and make sure everything's squared away. And then back up at this ceiling, I was just going to have one of those fans, you know, to kick the air out. Back in the old days when they built these houses, they didn't really think about how air moves, moisture, all that stuff. And moisture is the reason that termites have a place and they're happy. So you're always got to think about moisture. But when we push air outside, all that steamy hot air from taking a shower, even just running the hot water, it would be, that's good. That's the way to do it. I was going to seal up this window too. I just cut the ropes on this. Every time I've cleaned, I've had a fan in there just to get circulation. All summer long, actually, I had a fan blowing out that window. All summer long, I had this room taped off. And these air conditioners running. And that's it. But it's really not much more. I'm going to take some stills of all of this. And this will be one of the last times we look through this house like this. I'm going to take all my stuff. Leave that bed. Probably that window air conditioning unit. And go. I don't know what the family's deal is too, but I was going to leave them that bed and the sheets and everything. Obviously, I'm taking my pillows. But I bought sheets. I bought 2 set sheets for that. And that's actually an old comforter from Mom and Dad. I was like, yo, can I take that? Or quilt, whatever you want to call it. I've been lost, y'all. That's why I'm sitting here rambling for 30-something minutes. Anyways. My name is Brian Gambrell, Camp Bubba. A Bubba for Christian, trademark. And this is just